Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. This is maybe a familiar angle, maybe not. We are doing another Frankening video, also kind of a Frankening repressing video. Because if you've seen my last Panda palette video, then you know there's not a lot of shadow left in that palette, and I have Franken some I wanted to say shades and shadows at the same time. I have Franken some shadows already. I actually have them right here. These two. I'm sorry, the shadow from the side is very harsh, but... And then I also Frankened a blush, and that is currently in here. Oh my gosh. And let's just tackle this first. I repressed the blush shades into this compact. Dry repressed them because I did not really want to change the formula, but as you can see they are very powdery and not very usable. I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit more. Wait, I think that's a little better. So it's very powdery, and I've been mixing these blushes, so I'm just gonna repress them all in the same pan to save myself the trouble. Even though maybe repressing this, it's gonna give me a little bit of trouble. So we have a blush pan right here. Oh, I forgot a little tool. I'll be right back. So I'm gonna put these two shadows into this pan and we're gonna press it as a blush. It's gonna be full-on mess like last time, but oh well. Let's mix this. And I'm not gonna be full like last time, because last time I was repressing all of the Franken eyeshadows and I just did a little bit of eyeshadow because I did not know if it was gonna fit into a pan, because it looked like so much product, and then I pressed it in and it was the tiniest, thinnest layer. So I'm not gonna worry about this being a lot of powder right now. Oh, okay. And if I lose some, I lose some, honestly. It's not a big deal. All right. So there it is, and I'm gonna use alcohol this time, but I got myself a little dropper tool out of an old serum, because I saw Sophie Alexandra do that in her Frankening videos, and I was like, that is actually so smart. Because last time I was using this plastic kind of, what's that called? Syringe kind of thing, and it just blew air everywhere, and it was a mess. Okay, may have gone overboard with the alcohol, but honestly I feel like I find it much easier to oh gosh, it's gone all over the side. Okay, we'll clean that up. I find it easier to press it when the consistency is more watery, so with more alcohol, than when it is this very clumpy clumpy because this is, she's messy, but it's fun. I hope she dries nicely. So next up, here is my anoukdominiquerose palette. Honestly, I just think I want to repress everything, because if I'm going to take out Inception and take out Metal Cupid, then there's 5 shades in here, which, you know, it's a big palette to just keep 5 shades. And I have here the previously repatched shadows. I want to make the same shadow that is in here. I want to do something different for this one. I mixed Metal Cupid with Wink Wink from my ColourPop New Mood palette. I honestly want to do something different. Alright, I'm going to take out Inception, try and get it right into this pan. And then we are gonna add some of Dreamer from my ABH Nirvana palette, which I, in my last palette, decided to throw in to also pan. Oh my goodness. Ew. Oh man. I know that ABH is notorious for having rust in their pans. Look at that. Can you see that? That's also like green. Ew. Okay. I think I'm gonna, whatever I'm gonna do with Frankening, I'm definitely gonna take out that entire shade. Either I Franken it or just repress it in a new pan, because that's disgusting. Okay, so I've also added the shade that I made before by mixing these two. I may have gone too far right now. Okay, again, I may have added too much alcohol, but we shall see. Shadow done. Sorry about this lighting. It's very hard to see what color I'm actually making, but oh, this is it. Okay, next up, we are gonna mix the remainder of Metal Cupid with the remainder of Dreamer, because that shade has got to go. It's disgusting. Trying to scrape that rust too much. Honestly, if this gives me an eye infection, I'm gonna be mad. And that palette is like 2 years old, maybe? Just for reference, my Dreamer palette is over 4 years old. And it looks pristine. I'm kind of nervous about this one because I keep seeing these chunks, but I'm not sure if it's rust or if it's just the eyeshadow. This is also turning out to be a completely different color than what I anticipated it to be. But then again, I didn't anticipate for the entirety of the shade Dreamer to have green weird rust underneath. It is kind of a rose gold, but much lighter. What is it? Champagne-y. Is that a thing? Champagne-y rose gold? It is now. I made it. Okay, so we're down to the last few shadows. What I want to do is just take out Immaculate and repress it in one of the circle pans. Do the same with Vanitas and Dogma. And then I want to take out Illusion and mix a bit, or maybe I could do all of Illusion. Okay, I haven't decided yet. Either I'm going to do all of Illusion or a bit of Illusion and mix it with a little bit of Lullaby. Because I have been swatching them both, I don't really use Lullaby a whole lot. If I mix the two, I have a good eyebrow color. Illusion on its own is too warm toned, so I don't really like the way that looks. But if I mix a little bit of Lullaby into Illusion, it gives it that like cool undertone. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm just gonna speed through it, show you some clips because this video is getting long and messy and I want to get done with it. So that's what we're gonna do. And there it is. Empty. No rust. This is how you do it, ABH. Look at this. Over 4 years old and no rust. Beautiful clean pans. I'm gonna crush these up a little bit more and repress them, and I will be right back. Alright, so here is an empty palette. Beautiful, clean. We now have a blush here, and I don't know if this is going to be the palette that I'm going to keep this in, but we have here Immaculate, Vanitas, Illusion, and Dogma, which are the original shades, and then we've made that Franken with Rose Gold. This is the old one, the Franken with, not Rose Gold, I keep calling it Rose Gold because it's a rose gold color. The Franken with Metal Cupid, which this is the new one that we made today. This is the one I made before. Then here is, oh, this is also an original shade, I'm sorry. Here is Lullaby. We did have a little bit of a casualty with that. The consistency was a little bit too runny, and then I pressed it in and it kind of went over the sides, but Lullaby is like my least favorite shade, so I'm not too upset. This is a mixture of Illusion and Lullaby, so I'm hoping that I can be able to use that in my brows. And then this is the Franken with Illusion. And that's it. And then here we have the ABH palette with that disgusting rusty pan in there. Honestly, I want to get all of this out because if that's underneath any of these other eyeshadows, I want to get them out as soon as possible. So that might be the next video, the next Frankening repressing, is just completely taking all of these shades out. But we shall see. For now, this is it. I had a whole list of other things that I wanted to Franken repress, so I think there's gonna be a few videos coming up where I will repress or Franken or do a combination of that. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and I will hopefully see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!